here we go. Going to do a bit of drone fishing this morning. The spot that I've sort of sussed out on Google Maps, I just want to give it a crack. So I didn't get here at sunrise. I didn't want to wake up that early. Last week I woke up too early and I was tired all day, so I thought I'll treat myself to a sleep in. Let these tyres down. I'll keep an eye on these deflators this time. Last time, this back left tyre, whichever deflator I was using, went down to like 8 and I had to turn it off. I had to give it a quick pump up before I continued. Alright, more or less probably set up 2 rods, one electric, one non-electric. And then I got a bit of herring, bit of mullet. I got some old sardines as well. Well, not old, just they defrosted and I refroze them. So if I start running low on bait, that's my backup bait. Otherwise, I'll just build up the side of the beach, maybe put the bait out, just casting as well. Let's see how we go. Okay, here we go. It's a bit fresh. I threw a jumper on. The weather looks nice, a little bit windy, but it's southeasterly, so it's going to blow the drone out. The main thing is as long as I get it back. So I'll quickly set up, rig up, let's get some baits in the water. Alright, we're ready to go. Both rigs are baited up, rigged up. Let's drop these baits out. I might aim for about 300, 400 metres. I'll just see how it goes. It's normally a bit easier you're doing 2 people, but I can manage by myself. Just take things a bit slower and just take it easy. So I'll get the first one in the water and then we'll move on to the next bait. I've got 380 metres and it more or less has tangled a little bit and dropped itself, but I was going 400, so that's pretty good. Bring the drone back and we'll drop out the next one. It's a bit slower coming back. We're flying out about 45 k's an hour. Now it's 25, well, slowly picking up, 35. Just because it's a bit of a strong easy to get out, hard to get back. So I want to make sure I've got a decent chunk of battery every time I drop a bait. I'll just take you through my setup. This one here, I've got the electric reel. And then I got the Ionis Predator, which I quite like. It's what my favourite rod to use. And then I got my kayak battery, which is your little FPV, or not little, but my FPV battery. That does my motor on the kayak, which the motor's not working at the moment, but I'll take that in and get it fixed. But in the meantime, just use pedal power, which still works, just you got a sore legs by the end of the day. The Predator's a 9-foot rod. I did get this one because it's 12 foot. I wanted something a bit longer, which I thought I needed, but it is good sometimes if you got a bit of weed in the line. Not weed in the line, if you got a bit of weed in the water. It just gets you a little bit higher and gets you over those breakers, because every time you get a bit of weed just dragging on it, you got to reset sometimes because you're reeling in a bit of weed. But 65 pound on both of them. I just got a bulk spool. I started off on the electric, and then now I just finished the spool on this one the other day, so this one's a full spool. And yeah, I used to have 80 pound. 80 pounds I think a bit, it's good, but drone can't, if it's a bit windy, it just makes it harder for the drone to catch. The line's thicker, it catches more wind, you get a bigger bow in it, so it's a bit harder to drop baits out further. So the line's a bit thinner, and it just makes it easier to fly it out further. So we'll keep waiting. Oh, I got the drone as well, sorry. I'll just quickly show you the drone. I got a DJI Mavic Pro Platinum. I think they stopped making it about 2016. There's my bait release. It's just a tension release. It suits 0.7mm fishing line, which is just your 60 pound. You put a little loop in there, you click it on. When you're flying it out there, whenever you're ready to drop it, it's more or less you fly it out with speed, and then you just grab it and it'll just pop off straight away. Grab the spool and it'll just pop off, we'll yank it off. I do have another setup where it's got a saddle that goes around the light, and you turn the light on and off, and it got a little hook and it'll release it. I'm not so much of a fan of that one. I prefer this one. It means I'm not specifically trying to drop it right on the edge of a reef or anything. I'm more or less just winging it, flying it out there and just dropping it out a certain distance. They're both out about 400 meters now, and then I'll go 450, then I'll go 500. So there's a few drops through the day. If something happens, I'll just drop it at the same distance. This one can carry 700 grams, which is more than enough. You can have either your pad Oscar or a whole bait and a nice sized grappling sinker. Your grappling sinker are these ones here. They work quite good. More or less they can latch onto something, and then when you want to latch onto the dig into the sand or latch onto a reef or a bit of weed, when you yank it, it'll more, oh, I can't even do that one. When you yank it, they just pop off and they'll release the sinker. So you don't want to keep reeling in bit by bit. You want it to hook on and just let it sit there. When you're ready to reel in or a fish takes it, then you go for gold. But otherwise, when you want to reel it in, you don't want to reel it in bit by bit until you get snagged on a reef. You just, when you're ready to change your baits, just reel it all the way in, change your baits and fly it out again. All right, we'll keep waiting for a bit longer, and we'll hopefully something happens shortly. Otherwise, yeah, we'll change our baits in about 15 minutes. Let's take off. Nice and slowly till I take off all the weight. Flying out. I'll take that slack while I'm bringing it back. They flew out a lot easier than the electric. Recently got this one freshly spooled, 65 pound. Oh, drone's gone the wrong way, better bring him back here. That sinker's holding quite well. Bring the drone back, then it's the waiting game. There's a bloke just down the beach, just caught a couple of herrings, so I might have a quick cast while I'm waiting for one of these rods to bend over. Here comes the drone. There we go. That's full lock. It's going to be very unpleasant. 650 metres out. Of course it took the one the furthest out. Two shots only coming in now because it's swimming in. This is going to take a while. Snapping just at the hooks there. That was a 100-pound leader. Managed to get all my line back, was good. Ended up tightening it up and just walking backwards because the ray sat down. So after he sat down, just had to drag him in, put a bit too much tension on, and yeah, snap the line there. But otherwise it would have been 600 metres of pain, so I'm not complaining. Alright, I think that's it for the day. Let's pack up. Put a good few hours in, didn't have any luck right towards the end with that massive ray out of about 650 metres, and got him in about 50 metres, but after that he more or less plunged himself to the floor, and as I walked backwards he snapped the hooks. So in a way it's a bit of a blessing because that wouldn't have been fun. It would have taken a long while and my arms are already sore from work, so I didn't want to reel in a massive ray from that distance. But really hoping for a fish. Didn't happen today, but I might start going north of the river. I've failed a few times here, so I might try to mix it up a little bit. And yeah, keep changing spots, finding new ground and see what I can do. Time to pack up and get out of here, but let's keep moving.